We are in there. What up, though, world? You are listening to the Young Man Nuke, and coming at you again after 7 days for the sexy Saturday. Yeah, today I am going to go in. I don't know, about 20, 30 minutes. We're gonna talk about posture. Man, we're gonna talk about posture. And I want to because I know I noticed this about myself. Last week we talked about self care, and how important it is to build your confidence through self care. But I talked about brushing your teeth and drinking water, and just doing your groomings and hygiene and things of that nature. This week, I'm wanting to build on that a little bit more. I want to talk to you about posture. Now, I've noticed, I've noticed that you got people who they be on their phones and they be doing a lot of this. The neck is like it look like it's at an angle. All of that back there is just all bent all up. Yeah, I noticed that, man, and because I noticed that, I know that I can't stop it. I really do. I have been to a chiropractor a few times in my life. One time was can't even remember, but I know that the one thing that really put posture to it brought it to my attention. The dude was in Monroeville, Pennsylvania, and he was giving out free chiropractic visits. So I said, "Yo, let's go." And I think this was the first chiropractor I ever been to. And he says, at the end of my first visit, he seen that my spine was all twisted up. He said, "You've been in 3 accidents. You almost flipped a semi truck, and you don't think that nothing's out of place in your body?" And I'm like, I can't remember how I was postured at that time, but I do know that he told me at the end of when I was leaving, he told me, just always remember, and I don't know your religious belief, but the proper way to stand is putting your heart up to God. And he says, put your chest out, pull it up, and, be out there like that. And it kind of sat with me some type of way, because I was left out of there looking like that, like I was chest all puffed up and just feeling like it was uncomfortable for real. But I noticed that from that point, even to this point, I noticed that when I am not having my chest up to God, I I don't feel comfortable. I really don't. It gets to the point where throughout the day, I'll stretch out, put my wings from my back, and try to make them touch, and then straighten out my spine as much. And yo, depending on, I will hear a loud shift. Sound like I'm uncrunching. So I think that all came from it. All started when I was in the projects, and I really walk like that. I just walk with my chest out, and older. I'm probably like 15. Yeah, I'm probably like 15. And older folks. I don't know how old these moms. My mama used to basically run a trap house, so I know that the older individuals in there were, they're still young in their young 20s, but at the end of the day, I remember I came downstairs one day, and I think it was Jimmy. He was all like, "Hey, little Nico, why you got your chest out like that? Better put your chest in before I fuck your shit up." I'm like, "Oh, I don't want to get my chest fucked up," so I started walking hunched over. I really did. And if I'd have been a little taller, 6 foot, I'd be a very intimidating force. Just based on like walking like Lurch from the Family Adams, Adam Salmon. But I'm not. I'm 5'8", and I think that right there, that changed my posture for sure. It definitely had an effect on my posture. So I noticed that when I posture myself correctly, keep my chest up to God, or keep my heart up to God, I noticed that that really gives off a sense of the body language that I am confident in myself. And I am. But the more so I do it, the more I walk like that, I tend to walk a little briskly when I'm out and about, especially when I'm by myself. But, that gait draws attention because, like I said, a lot of people are just like this. But even when I look at my phone, I tend to look at it like this and keep it in front of my face. For the most part, for the main reason is because I know that there was a crook in my neck. Even like look at, if you could see me on the camera, if you see the video, I used to really stand with my head to the side, and it was so apparent when he took those X-rays. So I know those things about me, so I tend to try to correct them. You dig? And those corrections just give me an aura of confidence. The body language is, it's saying that I am correct. I am I want to say worthy, but also it gives the air that I am a little regal. I stand confidently, and at times I can talk in a manner that will gotta think before you talk. We'll say it like that way. Think twice. When I say I think twice, repeat, and make motion for the bottle of liquor. But yeah, I make sure that I stand erect. There's even a posture machine that you put it on under your clothes and you tighten something up, and it really just makes you stand like that. I mean, there's reasonings for that. My man is a chiropractor, Dr. Palmer, and I actually interviewed him on Fresh Radio. But Dr. Palmer, I was there while he was going through his thing. I guess residency when he was trying to become a chiropractor. He went to Palmer University, I think that's what it is, in Nebraska, and I think it's the best chiropractic school in the world, or in the country. And he says he said to me, he gained me a lot about what chiropractic is, and it's not aligning your spine or making sure your bones are in place. It's more so about aligning and correcting your nervous system. And if your spine is not in alignment, it can cause issues through other parts of the body. The spinal cord houses, or excuse me, the spinal cord houses, um, I want to say the nervous system. I don't know, man. I don't know the medical terminology, but I know that the spinal cord is protecting a soft portion of your brain stem, and from your brain stem, the nervous system branches out all throughout the body. And if your spinal cord is not aligned properly, you will experience dis-ease from stomach issues, thinking issues, mobility issues, even things I can't. I don't want to speak on things I really don't know, but I do know those things for sure. For sure, I know that if you get adjusted and get your back adjusted, you will be able to. What's the word? What's the word? What's the word? You'll be able to, man, just see improvements. You're like, man, my neck was so crooked that once he shifted me and put me on the thing and let me rest and everything, I felt better. I felt a lot better. I felt like standing in the midst of 100,000. No, it's like I'm playing. Man, for y'all to get that reference, man, let me know. I I know that once you get to the point where you're in control of your posture, you will be able to, like, the confidence level skyrockets. It does. You walk with an air of dignity, and even if you don't walk with that air of dignity, like, you'll notice that you can't have your chest up and your neck straight and look down on people. One thing I read a book. I can't remember which book it was, but the book was basically don't look down on people. Just use your eyes and look at them. That way, you are never really actually breaking your posture, if you will. You're not bending down to do that. Even with my children, baby boy, he only like 4 foot something, 4 foot one. I'll crouch down so I can get eye level with him, and I'll speak to him very direct. That way, we're eye to eye. I don't want him to think that I'm out here being a bully. Things that I say, I mean it, and all of my children, they walk with that same type of confidence. They don't slouch their shoulders, or they look you in the eye. My middle son, I'm working with him a little bit more, but his personality is coming out, and it's shining a lot, a lot, 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 lot. So yeah, but the whole ideal is to make sure that the children are seeing that within their father. And unfortunately, they see their father on his phone all the time, and they all follow suit. So we're gonna make sure that we get some money while we're all on this phone. Being in proper posture, it just sends the signals to other people that you have confidence, for sure, for sure. So if you want to I guess you could say train your conscious to be more confident, then the posture has to be more prominent. Ooh, that's a bar, baby. I'm gonna leave y'all with this. We need to be cognizant. We need to be in the moment. We need to be, what's the word? Overall aware of how we are standing, how our shoulders are positioned, how our neck is holding that big old head. Oh man, how your neck is holding that big old head. We got to be more aware of that. And the more that you take on the more that you present yourself in a proper and well aligned way, the more others will perceive you in that manner. That's what I got for you. That's what I got for you right there. So I'm gonna let y'all go. You know, like I said, I don't want. I want to come in here and I want to say my say, but I don't want to drag it out just for the sake of having content. You know, that's not it's not proper to me. You know, I don't want to make sure that I don't want to just rant and ramble. But yeah, I got a book. I wrote a book. It's just a daily ritual book. I've been taking a lot of notes and trying to bring myself into alignment, and I'm going to share it with you guys. So it's going to be in the link on the YouTube, and I'm also posting on Gumroad and my website, eventually NUKNOE.com. But yeah, check it out. It will be on NUKNOE.link, LINK. So yeah, I'm in the process of putting it together. Let's just say I have it wrote out already, and it's in Word, but I'm going to take it and put it to Canva so I can do a little this, little that, make me a cover, and yeah, we'll put it together so it's in a good mood. I'm actually only going to sell it for $1 because I created it for myself, and maybe I'll sell it for $5. I don't know. We'll do $1. We'll do $1 for the rest of the month, and then from then on we'll go $5. And it's just information that I personally have taken to write down so that I can make sure that I am doing things that bring my heart, mind, body, soul, money into alignment. So yeah, I'm gonna drop that down in the description when I put this video up. Or I'll give you the base form of it right now if I can. I just really actually just completed it like yesterday. I think so. Yeah, I just edited and completed it yesterday. So it's not ready to even be put out there yet. But I think once I get it put out there, I will make sure that I give it to y'all for sure. It'll be in the description. If you're looking for it and it's not in the description box, man, let me know. And that'll give me a reason to jump on it a little bit more. Next week, I guess we'll tackle into some affirmations. Tackle into daily affirmations, the things that I've been looking into. We're gonna learn how to basically seduce your mind into believing that you are enough. Even if you don't believe that you're enough, we're gonna make sure that you work on these affirmations. These affirmations will take you from point A to point B. It's just simple things. So yeah, man, I appreciate y'all rocking with me on a sexy Saturday. It's kind of early. I ain't gonna lie, I'm a little bit late, but I'm here, baby. I'm here. And I appreciate you guys. So until next Saturday, man, listen, learn, be at peace, blessings, and mastery. Be smooth.